you told, did you believe in them? All the choices you made, did you make them again? All the lies that you told, did you believe in them?
All right, everybody, let's get this thing moving. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another flight with Firestorm here. That lighting's way too dark. Hold on. Let's bring the lights up a bit here. That's better. So, I was just trying to make it so you could see the little tiny bit of mood lighting I have in the background. So, it is going to take us a minute to get off the ground. I'm going through all the different settings in here. They have added a lot since I've touched the Zibo last. It has been a long time. I'm not sure if I even ever used my honeycomb throttle quadrant with the Zibo yet. So that's going to be fun, especially since we have the little detent add-on thing. So I'm going to have to show you how you set that up. So as you put it in the detents, the flap lever actually goes where you want. Let's see if just by some freak chance it does what I want right off the bat, because that'd be amazing. Well, first of all, we have to reverse it. So there's that. So let's go do that real quick. So go into here. This is probably something I'm going to have to do on a couple different axes. Yeah, both those axes have to be reversed, I believe. Alright, there we go. So, first detent in flaps 1, second detent flaps 2, third detent flaps 5, fifth I can count, fourth detent flaps 10, 15, 20, 30, 40. Sweet! That's easy when it's already set perfectly. Alright, I'll take it. There's 0. There's 1. I'm not sure if that's actually all the way up or not. Yeah, that's all the way up. Check that out. Good to go. Let's see. Let's go back to the normal seat position here. So cool, that's all set. This is set. There wasn't much to have to show you there on how to set it up then. That makes my life way easier. Let's change our music up a little bit here. Let's go to some of the chill EDM stuff, you know? Alright, so other than that, I'm just making sure everything else is set up. Then we're going to kind of get into our more normal flow of doing things. Hey, they added the iPad on the right side too, which is nice. So if you want to practice being a first officer, you can do that. So that's pretty nice. So continuing on through our settings, I already looked through displays and variants. Hardware. I don't believe any of this is different. Maybe I have to have the power on before it does anything. I can see the rudders moving down there, but this isn't moving. I assume you'd connect it to the yaw axis? We'll have to wait till it's on to see. Parking brake, remove chocks. Off. We want to do that manually. Auto throttle, engaged, lock throttle. I have no idea what that means. Yoke auto center. Sure. Brunner hardware, I don't know what that is. Boom. Jetway power will, oh wait, we'll control that. Alright, so that's set. Visual effects. It's probably not a terrible thing to have up on here. Okay, that's cool. You can hide extra stuff. Okay. General config, we're going to be in pounds, inches, minimums. Probably gonna be Barrow. Chalks on startup on, yes. Cold and dark. Oh, heck yes, please do that. That'll make life simpler so you don't have to reset all three. Save some time considering how difficult it is to do that in the simulator. Otherwise I wouldn't bother. Passengers on board. Passenger chatter. Airport set. Basics fine. That all looks good. I'm not going to mess with any of the audio right now. I don't think I'm going to mess with any of that either. So, just going to leave it be. Alright, I think the plane is all set as far as configuring it so it's going to work appropriately with us as we're trying to do the simulator. So, first of all, today we're going to be Southwest. Oh. I'm very confused. Why are those... We'll wait until the plane's powered up, and then we'll deal with it then if we have to. Alright, first of all, like I said, today we're going to be Southwest Airlines. Apparently I parked over in American's terminal. I don't know the terminals here at Boston. Watch, I probably committed a sin. This is probably the flight that the 1911 flight left out of. And I just put a Southwest plane there. My bad. But anyway, here we are in Boston, looking like a good day. Beautiful day. 73 frames a second right now. That's impressive. It's probably just because there's no clouds yet. But I also haven't started Active Sky, so let's actually get Active Sky going. Forgive the user account control noise. Alright, it's connected. And there we go. There's current weather. Looks like it might be a cloudy day. And as suspected, that did hit the frames a decent amount, actually, but still running smooth. All right, so let's actually get things rolling here. I need a few things, though. I need a piece of paper to write on. I need a pen or a pencil. Paper. Pen and or pencil. We're going to be Southwest, I don't know, let's say... No, we don't want to be Southwest 2020. No one wants to think about that. We'll be Southwest 2060. How about that? Let's get our sim brief going so we can actually follow this flight. Boston or Rochester. We're going to be in the 737-800. Apparently I have to add that. Let's see. 738. Just make up some random registration. It doesn't really matter. Alright, we're going to be Southwest. I don't know their call sign information, so we're going to have to pull that up. I don't know any of their call sign info. Let's take a look. So they're Southwest, and it's SWA. Their two-letter identifier is WN. So we're going to be WN 2060. ATC call sign is SWA. Departure is going to be at, we'll say the top of the hour, so that'll be 1500 local where I am right now. That's +4 is 1900 Zulu. I think that should be fine. I'm just gonna let it do its thing. We'll see what it comes up with, see if it seems reasonable or not. Watch, it's gonna be like, I don't know what plane that is. Yeah, unknown aircraft type. But why? It doesn't seem to be working. That's annoying. It's the only thing I don't necessarily like about SimBrief is the way the fleet stuff works. I have to add the fleet first. Let's just say 738 ZB. Just making something up. Because it's the Zibo. Airline, none, airframe, 738. Alright, now it should be good. Boston to Rochester, New York. There we go. And we're going to be SWA, and it's WN2060. Saying 19:15. That's 30 minutes from now. You know what? That's probably more realistic to actually get everything shoved in there, so I'll just let that be. Generate plan. Go, go. Let's see what she comes up with. It's probably going to be a whole lot of passengers and all that jazz. Because I didn't specify, like, what configuration. I'm pretty sure my SimBrief had a, like, 2-class configuration as well. So I probably should have done that. Probably should have done it through SimBrief and then brought it in. Toaster Monkey 2, what's up? How's it going? Good to see you in here. Where'd SimBrief go? There it is. Alright, that's looking good. VATSIM, let's pre-file the flight plan here. This is going to be the fun part as I log into it to see how much extra fuel it's given us. Carrying 2 hours and 40 minutes of fuel, that's reasonable. Hey, look, it actually did something reasonable? Crazy. Alright, we're filed on VATSIM. Let's get Xpilot open and get that logged in appropriately before I forget to do so and mess it up. So SWA 2060, and it's 738. So we're connected there. That looks good. All right. Click the fly now button for that. Tell it we're on X plane. There we go. Now the overlay should be good as well. Let's see if it looks good on stream. Should be good to go. All right. We got our flight plan ready to go then. Need to actually make it a little bit bigger so it's more readable here. Alright, before we start really looking through the flight plan too in depth, I'm just going to take a really quick glance at it. Flight level 340, that's reasonable. Block fuel 15,000 pounds, that's reasonable. How many passengers does it have us taking? 158, that's a lot of passengers, okay. Alrighty, in that case, let's start getting things moving, shall we? So, first things first, let's turn on the batteries. Kind of an awkward angle to look at that, isn't it? Alright, so battery's on. Once the battery's on, let's get the trigger the fuel pumps on. Let's get that. Actually, I believe we have ground power. We do. Sweet. Get the ground power up and running just so we can have things starting up. Let's get the APU started. So that should be on its way up. As we wait for that, we need to look way up to the top of the panel. way up here. Tell those to align. Hold on, we need to zoom out here. This panel is so big, and this flight deck is actually tight enough that you could see that you're starting to see the chairs down there. So as far as the upper panel goes, we're good there. So now we're just gonna flow down. So yaw damper will bring it on. That's all good. Fuel pumps. Honestly, we could probably leave those off for now. Because I believe the APU has its own fuel pump, so that can stay off. Ground power is on. Looks like APU is spinning up and getting ready to go. We got the gen switches. The APU bus. We're leaving that as is. Circuit breaker lights we don't really need up at all. We don't need the panel lights up at all because it's daytime. That's all looking good. We're going to go emergency lights to armed and close the flap there. No smoking signs on. Fasten seatbelt signs off. Wipers good. Window heat can stay off. And that test must show up on the screen when you do it. Window heat off. Anti-ice off. Hydraulic pumps really quick. Just pressurize it up for the brakes and then go ahead and turn it back off. Continuing up here, trim air can be on. Recirc fans auto. APU bleed. We don't have the APUs running yet actually, so engine bleeds can go to off. Packs can go to auto. Actually, the APU is running now. I'm a ding dong. So, APU bleed on. You can see we have pressure. Packs on auto. Isolation valve open. Those stay off. That's good. Flight outs, we'll get to actually setting that later. And position lights to steady. So, that's just navigation lights on. And that's the overhead panel taken care of. Looking through the main flight panel, there isn't really too much to do as of yet. Auto brakes are fine. That's all set. That's fine. That's fine. Nothing really needs fiddling with up there at all. The only thing that would be nice is if the backlighting on the autopilot panel were a bit brighter, and I honestly forget what that is connected to. It's not on that. Where would that be connected to lighting-wise? Because all those lights are... all the backlighting's a little bit dark. Holy shnikes, look how busy it is here. It's surprising I didn't spawn into someone, actually. I should tell it to not draw planes, because there's planes parked inside of planes. But yeah, look how many people are alive here in Boston. Look at that. I wonder if I went into a VATSIM event and I didn't even know it. There's a very good chance that that's what's going on. Let's click on that. Maybe it's on here? No. No. Well, that did make it a little brighter, so we'll just turn the main panel up a little bit. That works. Seems odd that I'd have to do that during the day to brighten it up. Down here, I mean, it's kind of the same story. It's just a touch dark is all. There we go. We'll just have it turned up just a little bit. All right, so all panels are up and running and bright. Good to go. Let's bring up the checklist because we need it. Battery switch guarded and closed. Yep. APU. Oh. Right. Everything is now on the APU. IRS off the nav. Yep. Voice recorder is needed. Flight deck access guard closed. Where is that one? Stab trim is down there. I don't recall seeing that. It's been so long since I've flown the 7.3, I don't remember where it is. seems like it'd be logical for it to be down here. There it is. Well, that's because the door is open, so that's fine. Alright, emergency equipment check, DLT, light, guarded and closed. Where's the LT on this thing again? Astro Auction is up there. There's the LT. Ha! There's a... That's weird. Seems like that should be the only options. It looks like a 3-position switch, but it's fine. PSEU light's extinguished. GPS light is extinguished. Service center phone is off. Engine panel set. Auction panel set. Landing gear light was illuminated. Flight recorder guarded and closed. Stall warning test. I don't even know where that switch is on this plane, actually. Stall warning. Looks like we have an overheat test there, another overheat test, another extinguisher test. Stall warning, stall warning, stall warning. If I were the stall warning test, where would I hide? Oh, there we go. That worked. That also worked. Excellent. IRS is angry at me. Manual gear extension door is closed. Parking brake is as needed, which is on. There's preliminary pre-flight procedure complete. CDU. Oh man, they didn't make it so you can click on it yet. Alright, well. Ooh, wait. There's a data link. Go back. I want to see if I can just pull stuff in. Yeah, I don't think that's a thing. That's fine. That would have been nice, but whatever. So, positioning it, we are at KBOS. FKBOS? Yeah, that's not going to work very well. KBOS. Boom. There we go. We're going to be flying. Dang it. I keep doing that. Boston to Rochester. We are Southwest 2060. Runway, that's a great question. Can I pull... Weather request? Heck, yes. KBOS. That'd be sweet if I could pull that in. We'll pull up the ATIS from Pilot, or not Pilot Edge, VATSIM real quick as well while we're sitting here waiting for that to come in. Message! Let's see if it matches, that'd be sweet. 10012. Nah, it doesn't quite match, so we'll use what VATSIM's using. We got information uniform. Winds 120 at 12 knots. 10 mile viz. Broken at 3,900. Temperature 18, dew point 13, altimeter 30, 27. Blah, 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 blah. Departing runway 9 and runway 33 right. 9 and 33 right. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Alright. So, Out of runway 9 and 33 right. Let's pull up Navigraph and see which one of those seems like it would make the most sense for us. Looking at that, runway 9 seems like it would make the most sense. Oh, planned off 15 right. Hold on. Runways... There's 33 left. Where's 33 right? Oh, yeah, so 9 is definitely the runway we're using. We're not using 33 right. It's only 2,557 feet long. It's not quite enough for this plane. So yeah, it's going to be off of runway 9er. So let's go departure, arrival. Departure out of Boston is going to be off of runway 9. We're doing the Highland 5. And it looks like that's just going to go direct, actually. Let's go look at our file again. Boston Highland 5, Highland direct. It's pretty simple. Well, that probably deserves one of these if I can get to... Oh, man.
That was easy.
I need to actually put that part of the soundboard that's closer to this flight sim stuff, because it's not there. Alright, so Boston runway 9, Highland 5, to Highland, direct. Easy peasy. Nothing crazy. That's done. Climb. Cruise altitude is going to be flight level 340. It's probably a bit excessive for how close we are, but whatever. Sim brief doing sim brief things. Good times. Looks like we're going to have to set the rest of that in. Oh, we need to perf and net information. Alright, so this is where we need to start using this as well. So that's all set. Next we need to do the performance data. So that's going to be fuel, payload. Payload. I believe this is just going to be maxed out. Yeah, it's just going to be maxed out. Full boat. Going to Rochester, New York. So what is that? 36. Oh, math is not going to work nicely with me today. Oh, I can just do snowboarding math, right? 360, 360, 360. So that's 360, 720, 1080, 14, whatever. So it's like 100. I think that's 158 actually. Oh wow, that's a very large calculator. That is completely excessive. It just pulled up a maximized calculator on my screen as I sat there. It's 160. Okay. Cool. Cargo, land 600. How's our weight and balance looking? We're towards the back, so cargo will just say is all in the front then. We'll pull it back a little bit. Alright, so there's the payload. Fuel, 15,192. Awesome. And there's our CGs and everything. It's going to be off of runway 9. That is a bit of a shorter runway, so I think that might actually be a flaps 10. AC on, auto, anti-ice off. It is dry. Temperature is 18, so we'll say 20. And the QNH 30.27. And our takeoff weight, current weight's 141, probably be 140,000 pounds. 26% on the CG, it looks like. Yeah, we'll say 140 and 26% on the CG. So 140,000 pounds, 26. Cool. That should be all the info we need in there for our takeoff performance. Here's the next question. I put that in as fuel. Is that the fuel we actually have? You're gonna make me do the math. Isn't there a total fuel somewhere on here? No, you're gonna make me do the math. So that's way over how much fuel I said we need, right? That's 16,000. Yeah, so we need to call a fuel truck.
Ground flight deck hose is connected and starting refueling.
Alright, so it's defueling us, actually. Which is what we need. Alright. As that is doing its thing, let's take those numbers and transfer them over here. It's going to be really annoying that I can't just transfer them over. Maybe I can, actually, now that I have that there. Let's see if we can data link that. Seems like a good thing that I should actually go to look up. Yeah, that's going to be something I have to go in and actually see what the Zibo can or cannot do with that. So, we'll just do it manually. Gross weight is 141,524, 141.5. I guess I could just do that. Boom. %26 on the CG. Why won't it let me enter in a CG? Oh, the CG's adjusting right now. We'll come back to that in a second. Reserves. 2.4. Cost index of 5. That is... Screw that. Cost index of 69. Giggity. We'll wait for the fuel to be done. Yeah, see, it's pulling our fuel down to where it needs to be right now. We'll wait for the fuel to be done, and then we'll mess with that. Oh, I can just do that, and it'll automatically calculate that. That's what I should have done. That would have been smarter. What's our zero fuel weight? 126,332. Okay. Oh, look, it's already in there. Alright, so it's still defueling slowly. Okay, so that's set. Good lord. This is going to take forever for me to get off the ground. We're already 49 minutes in. I need to get my butt moving here. That's set. We have N1 limit page. I mean, I can't even do that yet because it's not done with this, so... It's annoying. N1, and then we'll have the takeoff page. We're going to do a flaps 10 takeoff because it's a shorter runway. CG, I'll come back to in a minute. Alright. I believe... much fuel did I tell it we needed? 15,192. It's almost there. Okay, good enough. Whatever. Alright, so fuel's almost where it needs to be, which is good. We'll come back to that.
Flight deck fuel is all loaded up and you are good to go.
There we go. It's got that properly calculated. Let's do the... Oh. Well, no. I do not understand why it won't let me fiddle with that, but whatever. So now we can go to that one limit page. That's all good. We'll do a D-rated thrust takeoff. Flaps 10 CG is going to be 26.7. That seems pretty far back, but I guess that works. Trim should be 3.75. There's 4. There's 3.75. And there's the V speeds all set. Thought it automatically pulled this from here. Oh, yeah, auto. So that should automatically... There it is. Cool. So yeah, I don't have to set that manually. Excellent. Good. Holy Lord. Alright. Pretty much all that's left is for us to actually look at the departure, get the panel set up for that, and get the hell out of here. So we're doing the Highland 5. Off a runway 9er climb and heading 092 to 520, then direct claw, cross claw, at or above 4,000, then on depicted route Highland, top altitude 5,000. 5,000. 092. Just because I don't like having such a low number in there, even though it probably doesn't make a difference. 200 in and ready to go. Cool. 1,000 above is 2020, or 1,020. Flap retraction altitude reminder here. 1020. Alright. I believe the only thing we have left is this. Flight altitude 34,000. Landing altitude at ROC is 560. Close enough. All right, we're finally set. I think. Pretty sure. Good Lord. All right, let's get a move on. So continue checklist, because all this is about checklist. Why isn't that hooked up? That would have been a lot easier. How are we doing on our off the gate time? We are just about to hit it, so we're actually about to be a minute late. Alright, so that's not working. Whatever. Alright. Let's get a move on. Checklist. It's the wrong CG, but whatever. 26.7. Checklist. Also, should have done that a minute ago. Oops.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from the cockpit. We push back again here in just a couple of minutes. Maybe a few minutes early if we're lucky. Might be just touch bumpy until we get up to cruise altitude. Once we're leveled off and on our way, should be nice and smooth for the whole flight. Once again, we welcome you aboard. Enjoy the ride.
Flight deck door is closed. And locked. TDU display is set. Oh, actually, hold on. What do we want? We want weather, airport. Yeah, that's fine. N1 bugs checked are good. IAS bugs checked and set were good. MCP is set. Taxi takeoff briefing complete. Excellent. Then we got pushed back. Transponder as needed. Ooh, yeah, I need a call for clearance. So, let's see, what do we got? We got a Boston Center. We got a Boston approach. We got a Boston tower. We got a Boston ground. Got a Boston clearance delivery. Apparently there's a Boston event going on. So, let's see. Com 2. We're gonna go with clearance delivery here. 12165. Then we're gonna have Boston ground 121.9er. And
40 ground, 11, turn right on Mike's monitor tower, 128.3, ready
Boston
for taxi,
tower
runway
128 points.
Right turn on Mike, will monitor tower, Delta 4211, sorry for my mistake.
And
6205, taxi via Echo Bravo
Boston approach 133 point nothing.
PDC on Alpha 4. United 712, Boston ground, turn left on runway 33 right, hold short on runway 4 left.
Ready for taxi. Push your discretion, advise ground at spot 7, ready to taxi.
Roger, push it over in discretion, advise ground left taxi, American 2134. United 712, Boston ground.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Unit 712, turn left on runway 33 right. Hold short of runway 4 left.
Left on 33 right.
Aircraft calling. I heard your silence.
Boston ground, American 716, ready for taxi.
American 7.
Alright, there we go. We're on VHF2. We got
Boston,
clearance delivery ready to go.
November 326 Uniform Sierra. Can I get a radio check, please?
326 Uniform Sierra, Boston clearance, reach your 505 now.
Roger, thank you.
Boston cleared delivery Southwest 2060 to Rochester, New York. Ready, copy clearance.
Southwest 2060 Boston clearance, good afternoon. I don't have a flight plan from you. Can you please refile?
Yep, we'll refile and let you know once we've done it, see if it comes through.
Boston clearance, 6 Uniform Sierra. I received a PDC earlier, but got disconnected from VATSIM. Am I good to still follow that PDC, or do I need to get clearance again?
Hey, firm. Yeah, that PDC is fine.
Oh, that's weird.
Then 6 Uniform Sierra ready for pushback clearance.
326 Uniform Sierra, push your discretion, advise ground on 121.9 ready to taxi.
Push at discretion, contact ground 121.9, advisory when to taxi 6 Uniform Sierra. Thanks, good day.
And Boston clearance Southwest 2060. We refiled. I might be mixing the ICAO and IATA codes though here.
Southwest 2060, I still don't see your flight plan, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I was mixing the Southwest, or the ICAO IATA codes. You should see Southwest 2060 now.
Southwest 2060, yep, I see it now. Expect PDC.
Copy. Alright. Altimeter should be 3027. I haven't set that yet. That's kind of necessary. There we go. Alright, let's get a move on. We're actually going to do something a little different so you can see,
Southwest 2060, just a small amendment to your route. Let me know if you can accept that.
Copy, taking a look now, Southwest 2060. ATC has an issue with amendment to reroute of flight. To better facilitate air traffic movements, we'll be able to accept that. Please reply to this message, then. Yeah, there should be no problems with that route, Southwest 2060. So he gave us...
Southwest 2060, roger, thanks, sent you a PDC.
Copy, receive, thanks. Island, Cambridge, Syracuse. So you just added a couple fixes is all. So let's put that in meow. So before direct is Highland to Cambridge. Yes. And then the Syracuse VOR. And then direct. Highland 5, Cambridge, Syracuse, VOR. There we go. Alright, and the rest of it, find via the SID, accept, maintain flight level 340, 10 minutes after departure. So I'm just going to write that down. Climb via 340 and 10. Squawk is 1326, and departure will be 133.0. Yep. I believe I already have that. Yep. All right. So we're good. We have our clearance. We are all set. We can go back to COM 1.
Boston Ground, citation 195 Kilo Tango, holding short at Echo.
Citation 5 Kilo Tango, taxi via Bravo, Mike.
There we go.
Bravo Mike for 5 Kilo Tango.
All right. Transponder
Taxi via Bravo, Mike.
is as needed. No, it's not.
Yes, taxi via Bravo, Mike, American 716.
13.
Unit 712, do you have a gate?
Negative, sir.
Alright, Unit 712, taxi departing via November, Bravo, Alpha 2, Alpha, cross runway 15 right.
1326.
Cross 15 right, November,
Altitude
Bravo,
on.
Alpha,
Parking brake by
Alpha,
ground
Alpha.
handling after pushback hydraulic
Boston
pumps
ground over,
on.
326 Uniform Sierra, pushback and ready for taxi in general aviation.
November 326, Uniform Sierra, Boston ground, runway.
And I do need a call for
Bravo,
Bush.
hold short of Echo.
Taxi via Bravo, hold short of Echo, 6 Uniform Sierra.
Boston ground,
Let's see, GPU disconnect, yep, doors, close that door. Brakes are set, chalks can be removed, better pushback, pre-plan.
1535, Boston ground, pushback.
Actually, I don't even know where he's going to tell me, so we'll have to let him know.
Taxi, JetBlue 1535.
Boston Ground, citation 195 Kilo Tango. I'm
Busy,
seeing a
busy.
hold short line for Niner right here. Is that accurate?
This plane looks so good, actually.
Citation 5 Kilo Tango.
Oh my gosh, look at the light up to take off. It's realistic. We're going to do a single engine taxi with that kind of line. That's awesome.
Crossing the Approach 5 Kilo Tango.
Boston ground, Southwest 2060, ready to push off Bravo 32 with the uniform.
Southwest 2060, Boston ground, push back onto Alpha, approved, face south, advise ready for taxi.
Push on to Alpha, approved, face south, will advise ready for taxi, Southwest 2060. Alright, push approved, facing
Citation
south.
7 Romeo Papa, turn right on Bravo, then left on Mike.
Wait for those doors to show closed. Alright, good to go.
1226, following the citation on your right,
Captain, let me know
taxi via Echo Bravo Mike.
Echo Bravo Mike, following the citation on my right, American 1226.
Delta 21, following the A320 coming from your right on Echo, taxi via Bravo
Captain,
Mike.
your tow's coming.
Alright, tows on the way.
We'll follow traffic coming from the right, and we'll follow them. Bravo Mike, Delta 21.
Let's go beacon on. Oh wait. Yeah, anti-collision's the beacon on this plane if I remember correctly. Right? Right? Yeah.
Boston ground, American 1957 has X-ray ready for taxi.
Alright, we've got everyone strapped in.
American 1957, Boston ground, runway 9er, taxi via Charlie Bravo Mike.
Runway 9, Charlie Bravo Mike, American 1957.
I should see if I can get this to work with Navigraph. That'd be amazing.
45, monitor tower 128.8.
Looks like the doors and hatches are closed.
Monitor Tower 128.8, screw wings 4525.
5 Club 711, monitor tower 128.8.
Tower 28.8, back up to the
November 195 Kilo Tango, monitor tower 128.8.
Wonder how I get the yoke back.
128.8 for 195 Kilo Tango.
American 716, monitor tower 128.8.
Monitor tower 28.8, American 716.
I don't know how to get the yoke back.
Air Canada 935, Boston ground, push back onto Alpha, approved, face south, advise ready for taxi.
There we go.
Push back on Alpha,
Welcome
approved,
aboard,
and we'll
Captain.
advise ready for
Tows
taxi,
connected.
Canada 925.
Bypass inserted. Go ahead and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
Let's go.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
That is very unofficial talk, sir.
7 Romeo Papa, monitor tower 128.8.
Start number one.
Monitor Tower, November 007, Romeo.
Oh shit, those are reversed. Oh no.
Boston Tower, JetBlue 1535, ready for taxi on Echo.
JetBlue 1535, squawk mode Charlie.
That could have been terrible. Oh, right. I'm a ding dong.
Squawking Charlie, JetBlue 1535.
JetBlue 1535, thanks, Bravo, follow an American
There we
737 from
go.
the left, and runway 9.
Fuel flow,
taxi
light
via
up.
Echo, Bravo, Mike.
Bravo followed American 737, runway 9, Echo, Bravo, Mike. JetBlue 1535.
You see, Flight Sim needs to get a thing like this
Tower 128.8.
to allow you to push back, because it is a game changer, because I can just sit here and I can watch it doing its thing, you know? Looks great.
Delta 21, monitor tower 128.8. 128.8.
Alright, as the pushback's going on, just to make sure we don't slow down the guy behind us. First of all, this should have all been on already. Actually, I don't think there's any fuel in the middle, so yeah, we don't need those on.
Boston ground, ready for push and start, Lufthansa 129.
JetBlue 1535, now you can follow a citation from the left at Bravo.
Number one, stabilize. Boom. And
JetBlue 1535, got one more coming
Packs back
down
on.
Bravo for you. Follow the citation that's coming from the left.
Follow the citation coming from the left, JetBlue 1535.
Lufthansa 129, Boston ground, push back onto Alpha, approved, advise ready for taxi.
Just about down here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
One ready to taxi, Lufthansa 199.
Brake set.
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
Ooh, I never turned the fasten seatbelt sign on. You fired! Alright, that's all good. For taxi, generators 1 and 2 on. Nope, because it was a single engine start, because we got a line of people waiting to take off. At least I think we still do. Oh yeah.
Boston Ground, 6 Uniform Sierra, holding short
Good,
on
good,
Echo.
good, good. Isolation auto. Is it an auto? No, it's an auto.
November 6 uniform.
Apu Bleed off. Nope, because it's still being used. Engine start switch
Yes, I can.
continuous
well,
before it's
kind of.
taxi. That's interesting.
I'm holding short on Echo at 4 left.
And we're
which was, I
disconnected.
believe,
Signal and
that's
pin on the
not
right.
my
Take it easy and
instruction,
have a
but I
safe flight.
can
He's
try
gonna
to
come
turn around
out. We're
somehow.
gonna go to
November 6 uniform Sierra. No, it was fine. It was hold short
Flaps
of
10?
Echo. Not on Echo, but that's okay. You can turn right on runway 4 left, and then right on Kilo, left on Bravo.
to go there. Flight controls check. We'll do that once he's actually clear.
Right, 4 left, right on Kilo, left on Bravo.
Which he is.
6 Uniform Sierra.
And 6 uniform Sierra on Bravo. It'll be left on Mike.
Let's make sure nose steering is
Left on
working.
Mike,
It
one on
is.
Bravo, 6
That's
Uniform
good.
Sierra.
That would have been disastrous.
1957.
Lord, do you
monitor
blink?
tower 128.8.
I'd rather have the engine stuff up. Thank you very much.
For American 1957, thanks for the help.
Good to go there. And let's call for taxi. Boston ground, Southwest 2060, ready taxi.
Southwest 2060, Boston ground, runway 9er, taxi via Alpha 2, Bravo, Kilo, Mike, cross runway 4 left.
Taxi runway 9er via Alpha 2, Bravo, Kilo, Mike, cross 4 left, Southwest 2060. Alright, so we got Alpha 2, Bravo, Kilo, Mike, cross 4 left. I should actually put that on screen so you all can see that. So we are right here. He gave us Alpha 2, Bravo, Kilo, Mike, ticket to 9, and cross 4 left. So, easy enough.
JetBlue 1535, monitor tower 128.8.
Monitor tower 28.8, JetBlue 1535, have a good day.
Park brake release, nose steering is on.
Station 6 uniform Sierra, monitor tower 128.8.
Here we go. Single engine.
128.8, 6 Uniform Sierra, thank you.
I'm gonna cheat for a moment just to make sure I can see. Yeah, Alpha 2 is right there.
935, ready taxi. Air Canada 935, runway 9er, taxi via.
Okay, I got the
Echo,
moving map working
Bravo,
now. That's
Mike.
makes my life easier.
Taxi via Echo.
Flaps took
Bravo,
forever.
Mike,
There we go,
runway
flaps at
9,
10.
Air Canada 935, thank you.
Are you gonna turn, plane? Nose wheel steering is not working right.
Lufthansa 129 ready to taxi.
Lufthansa 129,
There we go.
Bravo Charlie 1327.
Glad I found that quickly. That could have been disastrous.
Lufthansa 129, squawk mode Charlie 1327.
Squawk mode Charlie 1327.
It was only giving me the rudder steering there for a second, so only the amount that the rudder would give me.
Afternoon, sir. American 1259, ready to taxi. American 1259, squawk mode Charlie.
Ready to taxi, Lufthansa 129.
Lufthansa 129.
Alright, Alpha 2, Bravo, Kilo,
via
Mike.
Alpha
We're on Bravo right
in
now.
November,
We're following this guy.
Bravo, Kilo, Mike. Cross runway 4 left.
Taxi via Alpha, November, Bravo, Kilo, Mike, runway 9.
American 12559, squawk mode Charlie. American 1259, thank you, runway 9er. Taxi via Kilo, Mike, cross runway 4 left.
That's how realistic we are here. We're doing our single engine taxi. Also, it looks like the spoiler issue sorted itself out once we got hydraulic power, so we're good there. Oh, I showed you the wrong direction too. We're going. I think I just went past where I was supposed to be.
Southwest 2060,
Yeah, I did.
are you making a 180 there?
Yeah, that's affirmative. We just noticed that too. We're making the 180 here if you need us to Southwest 2060. Oops!
Southwest 2060, if you need the space, I can take you down to the Juliet pad. There's a bunch of space there.
Nope. Plenty of room here to make the 180 Southwest 2060.
Alright, Southwest 2060, that's great. You just saved yourself like 20 minutes of delay.
Roger, Southwest 2060. But guess I better get the second engine started. I was actually single engine taxiing too.
Canada 935, monitor tower 128.8. 128.8.
Alert number 2.
Thank you.
Where's the VATSIM event too?
Southwest 2060, monitor tower 128.8.
Monitor tower 128.8, Southwest 2060. Monitoring tower. Quietness.
Citation 105 Kilo Tango, wind 13011, runway 9 cliff takeoff.
Screw
Clear
that
for
up.
takeoff, runway 9er, citation 105 Kilo Tango.
Southwest 2060 Boston Tower, you up?
Yeah, Southwest 2060, we're up. We expected to be in the line though, so we need about 2 minutes for engine start.
Roger, advise ready.
We'll advise ready, Southwest 2060. Apparently I should have joined the cool kids and did the flight all the way to Indy.
Citation 5 Kilo Tango, contact departure, good day.
Runway 9er is
Departure
correct.
195
Strobe light will go
Tango.
on. Why? Where did RTO go in here? It had to have been somewhere in here. Look, it's not in there anywhere. For the auto brakes.
American 716 Boston Tower, runway 9 line up and wait.
Runway 9, line up and wait, American 716.
Seems like an oversight. And as we go, all the lights turn on, transponder TARA, which actually, let's do that now, just so I don't have to look down to do that. We'll only look up this way.
Boston Tower, American 1226, ready for takeoff, runway 9.
Roger.
Left lever is approximately 40% N1, then hit the toga switch. Alright, we are good to go. Boston Tower, Southwest 2060, ready for departure.
Southwest 2060, roger, you follow this American Airbus out.
Copy, holding short, Niner 2060.
American 716, Boston Tower, wind 13011, runway 9, clear for takeoff.
Runway 9, clear for takeoff, American 716.
Southwest 2060, Boston Tower, runway 9, line up and wait.
Runway 9, line up and wait, Southwest 2060. And give it a little power so it gets moving. All the wings, all the lights on. Packs are back on.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
No, I never turned the engine bleeds on. That would help. Boom, ba boom, boom, boom. We are all set for takeoff.
Southwest 2060, wind 13011, runway 9 cleared for takeoff.
Runway 9 clear for takeoff, Southwest 2060.
American 1226, Boston Tower, runway 9, line up and wait.
Runway 9,
40%.
American 1226.
American 716, contact departure.
I don't have toga set.
Over to departure, American 716.
There we go. Apparently we're manually setting it because it's just not cooperating. Checks. I'll have to fiddle with that to get it to work right. It's very upset about something and I'm not sure what.
V1, rotate. Positive rate.
Gear up. That's not set either. Gear up.
400.
LNAV, VNAV.
1000.
Autopilot on.
Southwest 2060, contact departure.
Flaps 1 notch up. Or departure, Southwest 2060. And looks like we could just bring them all the way up. Boston departure, Southwest 2060, 2000, climbing via the Highland 5.
Southwest 2060, Boston departure to contact climb maintain 14000.
Climb maintain 14000, Southwest 2060. 14 and
615 heavy, maintain 170.
next is going to be 134.7.
Have a good day. 170 knots are good until belt, tower 128.8, Laser 615, thanks for your help.
Alright, looking good. Engine start switches, those can go back to off. Landing gear lever to off. It's in the off position. Alright, I need to set that stuff up on my flight yoke. That was pretty much rough. Just got done with the UD volleyball game, running, grab a drink. Sweet, did you see the takeoff or did you just miss it? You missed me leaving a very busy Boston airport. It's kind of cool. You could see all the people that were there. There's like 20 of them. Apparently they're all flying to Indy. I was like, I'm not doing that long of a flight right now because it's been a while since I've flown this plane and I knew it was going to take me a while to get off the ground. So you'll go back? Gotcha.
134.7
I even single engine taxied because I saw the line and they were like, oh, we're gonna let you cut the line. And I was like, oh shit, start turning shit on. Good times.
Boston departure, American 12.
I feel like I should be using my track IR.
Climbing 4,000.
I don't think I even have a track IR profile set up for this plane though.
Contact, climber maintain, 14,000.
Ah, screw it. Let's get it going. Also...
2060, contact Boston Center, 134.7, have a good day.
134.7 Boston, or Southwest 2060, good day. But
Delta 256, maintain Mach 0.76
through 10.
0.76 for spacing, Delta 1856.
5 Club 6 contact, New York Center, 125.32.
And the extra lights can turn off.
125.32, thanks, 5 Club 6.
And it's automatically speeding up.
Lufthansa 402, squawk 4706.
Go 4706, Lufthansa 402, heavy.
Boston Center, Southwest 2060, 10.8, climbing 14,000.
Southwest 2060, Boston Center, hello, climb and maintain, but 340.
Climb maintain flight level 340, Southwest 2060. 340, set. We can get rid of the throttle camera for now. Nothing fun gonna be going on there for a while. And I'm gonna turn off my, look at my face camera as well so I can reach to the back of the computer and plug this in so we can get track IR. You're gonna hear me struggling with it though, because that's just gonna be more entertaining. Oh, I'm gonna have to take the headset off, probably. Oh yeah, I gotta run around to the back and do it. Tell me if he calls me.
The Ocean 5 arrival, runway 4 right, Boston altimeter 3027.
I'm behind the computer now, plugging things in.
5, runway 4 right, Air Canada 534.
Would have been so depressing if it just crashed as I did that. I would have cried. After all that effort, I would have been like, well, and that's the end of the stream, because F my life. Probably would help if start track IR.
40 miles east of Boston, maintain level 340.
Please don't get angry. X-plane.
1856, maintain Mach 0.75.
Down to Mach 0.75, Delta 1856.
That's not what I want. Boom.
Boston Center, citation 195 Kilo Tango, requesting flight level 340
Sweet.
to get above the tops.
Oh yeah, track IR is amazing.
1226, 10,000, climbing 14,000.
I feel like I'm sitting a little higher than you would be in the real plane though, so there we go.
Boston Center, American 1226, climbing, or 11,000, climbing 4,000, 14,000.
American 1226, Boston Center, climb and maintain level 320.
Barrow minimums,
320,
turn those off.
Delta 1856,
Or that's
contact
not
New York
what I wanted to do just then.
125.32, have a good day.
New York Center 125.32, Delta 1856.
There we go.
United 6105, verify your flight level 320.
Yeah, I'm up here with your mom.
Just verify you are at flight level 320.
Try that. Descended to 320. I passed
Nope.
one.
Oh, yep, he screwed up.
Sorry about that.
Someone else is calling about tops.
Boston Center, citation 195 Kilo Tango, requesting flight level 340 to get above the tops.
Citation 195 Kilo Tango, climb and maintain level 340.
Climb and maintain 340, 5 Kilo Tango.
Have auto throttles do their thing.
American 4730.
Standard.
17,000 direct merit.
See, that's the only downside of using track IR. So I kind of have to
Up to 210. American,
reset things when I don't turn my head with it.
Hotel Delta, welcome to Nantucket, straight into the ramp. Have a good night.
Thank you. Straight into the terminal. Thank you for your help.
Delta 8961, clear back to
3961.
Jet 317, clear to Kingston, India Golf, November.
There's an airplane somewhere in the clouds there. There it is.
November, Jet 317.
Club 711.
Ooh, I probably should have had my anti-ice on through that crap, shouldn't I? Where's the temperature on this thing? There it is. Total air temp -2. Yep. Well, just because I decided to screw that up, let's turn the anti-ice on just to make sure we clear off anything that built up, because I'm an idiot.
Walker 584, Boston Center, good evening. Expect the ILS runway 17 approach.
ILS 17, Walker 584.
Yeah. That was funny when that happened.
United 6105, what's your Mach number?
0.78 for 6105.
0.69.
6105, maintain Mach 0.77.
Down to 77 for 6105.
Boston Center, Delta 21, 10,500 for 14,000.
Delta 21, Boston Center, good evening. Climb and maintain 320.
Climb, maintain 320.
Alright, so where on these
317, give me your best forward speed.
do I get a time update? Prog page.
317.
Best forward speed, go fast.
Go fast!
Roger, best forward speed exact, Jet 317.
Looks like about
14.6 for 17.
an hour and 10 till we get to Rochester, really?
Block. Experience 4525, cross Basie at and maintain.
Or am I bad at math?
LaGuardia, altimeter
It says
3013.
we should get there at 2040 Zulu.
Can you please repeat that for us, bearings 4525?
It's in 50 minutes.
Experience 2525, cross Basie at and maintain 8000. LaGuardia, altimeter
Yeah, that's about right. Okay.
13.
Cross Basie and maintain 8000, altimeter 3013, bearings 4525.
Delta 8961, cross Stella
It's pretty
at
bird.
and maintain 1000. Gravity, altimeter 3023.
Center cross Stella 1000 on 3023, Delta 8961.
Oh shit. Thomas World rating with a party of 7. Hello, how's it going?
47 Boston Center, climb and maintain 210.
How's everyone doing?
47, thanks.
Surely you can't just...
Boston Center at
Oh, we got a
142,
follow
taxi
from
to at flight
Sitting
level 39.
Mosquito. What's up?
Hello, 42 Boston Center, good evening.
You've joined us on our flight from Boston to Rochester. And
Surely you can't be serious.
it's not the
All right, I'm
event that
serious.
everyone was on
Don't
for.
call
There's a
me.
whole lot of people on doing
75, contact New York Center,
Boston,
125.32,
Indianapolis, I believe it was. But
12532,
yes, Rochester, New York, or as I like to call it, Rochester.
6105, contact New York
Holy crap, much follows. Follow from Peter, follow from Thomas, follow from Scotland, Burlow Project. Screwed your name up, sorry about that. That was a struggle.
Delta 709, contact
Had a good stream, Thomas, that's good. Always
I am
good.
serious.
349, Delta 709, take care. Great ATC, by the way. Thanks.
So here's what we're flying today. We're just in the Zibo737.
5 minutes if that's possible.
Big slut. It's probably one of the best freeware planes out there. Actually, I'd say it's probably is the best freeware plane out there. If you're looking for a good freeware aircraft, this thing's fantastic. Yes, Thomas, I am a real pilot, actually. I am a pilot for a major airline here in the US. I cannot say which one. And I'm sure to change up which plane colors I'm flying on a regular basis to keep people guessing. Right now I'm actually assigned to the A320. I haven't actually started training on it though, because COVID nonsense. So, the most recent jet I've actually flown is the CRJ 200, 700, and 900 series. I was a line check airman, so an instructor pilot in it on that as well. But yeah, we're just doing a quick flight here from Boston, New York. You guys got in at a good time? No, I haven't even started the training for it, unfortunately. COVID's been a pain. Let's put it that way. Here's the million-pound question to an actual pilot. High real is Microsoft Flight Sim. So, hold on, let me see if I can lower his volume a little bit.
Listen via the Roebuck 3-4 landing, American 4734.
Yeah, that did nothing. Okay, that's what I thought. I was going to be very impressed if it lowered the volume. So Microsoft Flight Sim, and you'll hear this from most of the people, for GA, it's phenomenal. There are even certain things in general for the jets it does well. Mostly, though, that's just related to how the scenery is fantastic regardless of where you go. You don't have to pay for extra scenery, you don't have to download orthophotos onto your hard drive or anything like that. So I have the CRJ in Microsoft Flight Sim. Since I've flown that plane, I have thousands of hours in those planes, and I was an instructor in those planes, so I'm very familiar with them. Systems-wise, it's the best CRJ that's available out there in the Flight Sim world for you to use. The way it handles feels a bit off, but that probably has more to do with the simulator than the plane itself. I'm going to assume that has more to do with the simulator. So as far as airliners go, Microsoft Flight Simulator has improvement that it needs. Part of that is having more airliners come out from different developers. And over time, I expect it will continue to improve. If you were to ask me, should you get the CRJ, I would ask, is that a plane you really want to fly? Because I really like flying it. I fly in X-Plane and I fly in Flight Sim. Whenever I'm in Flight Sim, I'm almost always in the CRJ. So I enjoy it, but if it's not a plane that you want, then then I would wait and save that money for the PMDG 737, which is 737 like this, but made from the best, arguably the best aircraft developer out there, or the Phoenix A320. You can also get the fly-by-wire 320 on Microsoft Flight Sim. That's freeware aircraft, and so far it's pretty darn good. You kind of compare it to this plane as far as... Hold on, I need to make that quieter.
3027 to send via the Roebuck and 4 right Delta 1547.
There we go. Couldn't even hear myself think. It's just a busy frequency is all. So the fly-by-wire 320 is very similar to this plane, the Zibo737, in that this is actually the default 737 on X-Plane, and a community took it and they've developed it and made it into something that's even more accurate. That's the same thing that's happening with the fly-by-wire 320. There will be a payware 320 coming out as well from Phoenix Simulations. As far as the PMDG goes and the Phoenix Simulations planes goes, it's up in the air on how they're going to handle it. I imagine that systems-wise, they're all going to be very accurate and they're going to look gorgeous. I'm guessing that feel-wise, as far as hand flying goes, especially for the flare and takeoff, it's going to feel just a bit off. The biggest issue I have with the CRJ in Flight Sim 2020 right now is when you're landing, it tends to float. It feels like it's floating a lot further than it would in real life. But that's not even uncommon for the simulators we had at the airlines, is the simulator tends to float down the runway a bit longer than the real plane does. The difference being I chop the power at like 80 feet to 100 feet in Flight Sim 2020 to try and keep that from happening, and it still happens. So, what features have I been amazed by in Flight Sim? The scenery. That's kind of the breakout feature of Flight Sim 2020, right? You don't have to buy, well, you still can buy scenery and it will improve it, but just the default scenery within the world is amazing. It's gorgeous, it's accurate, you don't have to have a big hard drive you have to store the stuff on. So the scenery's really good. The volumetric clouds look really cool, and the weather the live weather isn't actually live. There is a delay, and there is a bit of a delay with that. But if you understand what they're going for with the model,
American 1226.
basically they're saying, hey, this is what the current weather is, and this is what the forecast shows, and they kind of build the model around that. And the way it's programmed is it's supposed to kind of develop naturally. So if you're okay with it not being exactly like what the real world weather is right now, that part's fantastic. Unfortunately, if you fly in these networks, you need something to keep it as close to real world as possible. So I have the weather force from Rex, and it makes it so the weather is closer to what's actually being reported. But the transitions are really rough. So my biggest things that are amazing, the scenery, just in general how pretty the game is, and the clouds. The clouds look amazing. They have actual pilots working with them. The only issue you'll sometimes run into is sometimes people, especially if they're flight simulator enthusiasts who've been playing X-Plane, and I've found, especially people who've been playing lots of P3D, if there's any little thing wrong, they kind of laser focus on it. I know there's some other streamers who've flown the CRJs, and they've just torn the CRJ on Flight Sim 2020 apart, and just been very negative about it. There are certain things about it that are annoying and that are not correct, but most of them are small. The only thing right now that I know, as of 3 or 4 days ago when I last flew it, is wrong with it, that's like glaringly annoying, that I have at least noticed, is when you transition through your transition altitude, the altimeter setting down here flashes at you to tell you, hey, you went through your transition altitude on the CRJ, this is what happens. And you should be able to adjust it and make it stop, and it doesn't stop flashing, so it's just kind of annoying. I mean, other than that, the systems-wise, how in-depth it goes with the FMS and everything on it, I can't fault them. It's pretty damn good. It is an expensive piece of payware, but I think it's $60 right now, US. So it's all about what you want. If you want a good freeware plane for Microsoft Flight Simulator, absolutely get the fly-by-wire. Even if you don't necessarily want it, you should get it just to try it. The fly-by-wire 320. Because it's a free plane, and that's pretty good. Want a really good free plane on X-Plane that's pretty much as good as the paywares? Get this plane, the Zibo737. I hope he hasn't called me. I haven't heard him repeat my name. Am I getting close to the edge of his airspace? Let's take a look.
11,000, timing 2140. Okay, 316, climb and maintain level 180.
Nah, I'm nowhere close to the edge of Boston Center yet.
November 104, Victor Romeo, looks like you entered the wrong downwind there.
You're reading Chelsea Sullenberger's book?
Second, 44 Victor Romeo.
Chesley, Captain Sully, gotcha. Yeah, his book. Yes, he runs a risk management and safety analysis firm.
Okay, so go back south of the air. Go south of the airport.
It was something he was already starting to develop before his Miracle on the Hudson, actually. Which is not something that's very well known. So he was already working on developing that side business as to be his retirement gig after flying. Because in the States we have to retire at age 65 as airline pilots. And the real goal is to be able to retire before that. Or that way you're at least flying purely for fun at that point, right? So he had that side business. He was very involved with doing more than the minimum necessary to keep flying. Always involving himself in other parts of the industry and just trying to kind of stay on the bleeding edge because he wanted that side business to take off. And then he had the Miracle on the Hudson, which thankfully everyone ended up being okay, and I'd say that's pretty good endorsement of starting that business. But yes, he researches air crashes. Through my education, and through pretty much every airline pilot's education, we go and we review air accidents to learn the lessons that have been learned from them. There's 2 particular accidents in CRJs that I can think of off the top of my head that were talked about all the time. What else? I mean, basically, as every incident happens within the industry, pretty much every airline pilot's almost every airline pilot kind of zeroes in, goes and reads what happens, try and learn about it, because most of us are pretty obsessed with flying. There are some that might be to the point where they're not too worried about reading all of it, but typically through just normal ground trainings, we end up having to read about them. And more importantly than just random incidents and accidents, incidents and accidents that happen within your own company are typically in the ground training whenever you go back through ground training. Or they'll send out emails and notices saying, hey, this incident happened on one of our flights. It doesn't even necessarily have to be something crazy, right, where it's a straight up crash. It could be simple little things where they go, hey, we noticed this trend going on of these things happening, like certain things that pilots might be missing or messing up, and keep an eye out for them. Here's how you should handle them. And that's how you stay safe. You're constantly looking forward. You never rest on your laurels, because that's when you get lazy. How do you find out about any incidents that happen? Oh, I hadn't even read that yet, and I answered your question. He had been a bit fanatical about reading all the NTSB reports.
270,
yeah, he was combing them looking for trends, I'm sure. Because he was trying to start up his own business, and he was trying to come up with ideas of ways he can sell his product, right? And the NTSB reports are really the best way to research what actually happens during an event, or at least the best way that's available to the public and everyone. Because
we've got some FMS issues.
They're pretty much the best source of purely factual information. I never turned that off.
One,
2, 3.
It's a lot of different choices. Ah, crap.
716, contact New York Center, 125.32. Good night. 125.32, American 716.
Should actually turn that up so we can actually hear it. There we go. Alright, so let's start actually taking a look ahead to get ready to go into Rochester. First of all, let's see what air traffic control we have online for that. Looks like we'll have Cleveland Center. They're going to be our next one on 134.9er. I have that set on my panel already. What else we got going on? Alright, so we're just going to have center. So we're going to have to look up the ATIS ourselves. So let's go ahead and type that in. In Rochester, the wind's 200 at 8. Ten statute miles broken at 3,900. Temperature 23, dew point 14, altimeter 3006.
American 1226, Boston Center.
So if we pull up Navigraph, Let me actually show you what I'm doing on Navigraph here. Sorry about the color shift, it's just because I'm running the game in HDR, and you'll see what I mean. It looks kind of funky. You can see it kind of changes a bit in the background. Anywho.
American 1701, descend to maintain 16,000. The Bradley, Corsica de LaGuardia at 200.
So, Rochester, we want the airport info chart. That was not the one I wanted. You want that one. Alright, so wind was 200 at 8, so we'll take runway 22. Probably an ILS considering we have a Mauser approach lane system. We're southwest 2060. I need to turn him back up a little bit. He is a touch quiet.
American 1957, what's your Mach number?
There we go.
Decimal 75.
So we're going to set up for the ILS 22.
American 1957.
It's going to be the visual backed up with the ILS, but that's the way you pretty much do these things. Alright, so there it is. That's what we're going to use. So now I got to get this out of the way so I can actually set the stuff on the plane.
Boston, good day, November 104, Romeo, 8 miles south from...
So we're going to do the ILS 22 into Rochester.
Air 104, Victor, Romeo, Boston Center, enter right downwind, runway 14.
Enter right downwind, runway 14, November 104, Victor, Romeo.
Syracuse direct, and then we have the discontinuity. That's exactly what we want. That looks good.
Delta 21, direct Kingston, India Golf, November.
Direct Kingston, Delta 21.
And frequency is gonna be 110.7.
Actually, you know what, Southwest 2060, descend now, maintain about 240.
We'll leave that in the standby for now, just so it doesn't mess with the nav computers. 110.7 is ready to go on both sides. The final approach course is going to be 224.
Southwest 2060, descend to maintain about 240.
So maintain flight level 240, Southwest 2060. Better spin that in before I forget. 240.
Surely you can't be serious. I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
24 is our approach course.
Boston Center, very good afternoon, Fairway 291, pass 9,000.
224, and we need to actually start down, so... I mean, that's kind of early to start down, so we'll just do... Now, speed isn't going to be a mode that it'll be okay with. We'll just tell it vertical speed it then. Gentle descent, we don't really need to start down yet that fast, so... Start our descent, seatbelts on back on. Our glide slope intercept is going to be at 2,500 at Mapes. The minimums are going to be baro minimums of 760. So, baro. And 760. Ah! Oh, come on. I just realized it's still on display capture, so it looks funky to you guys right now. Hold on. There we go. Baro set 760. Airport elevation is 559. We already have 550 set as our landing altitude. MSA is 2,500 off to the north because it's
41, contact Boston, approach 13,
the Lake Ontario. To the south, 3,500. Got a Mauser approach lighting system with PAPI on the left side. Mist will be left traffic back around at 4,000. Landing runway is 8,000 feet long. I'm actually going to show you the taxi in. Whoa! Come on, drag over. So, 8,000 foot long, probably going to be left off at Alpha 2, then Alpha cross 10 into the ramp and part wherever. We'll just plan on, I don't know, Alpha 8. And that's it. All set.
Delta 21,
All right, let's see who just followed. X-Solo24, thank you for the follow. Sorry it took a couple minutes for me to get to you there. Just had some stuff to take care of. Look at that, that's perfect. Rate of descent, get to 24 right where the top of descent is. Although that top of descent's calculated for the altitude I'm currently at. So never mind, it's not quite right, but whatevs.
Runway 4 right, Boston altimeter 3026.
Runway 3 for 4 right, 1 Charlie.
9917, 11,000 for one flight level 140.
United 972 Boston Center, climb and maintain 16,000.
Climb and maintain 16,000, United 917.
Spirit Wings 291, climb and maintain, but on 340, resume normal speed.
Sorry, I don't have any cool cameras set up. First time flying this plane in a while, so I have to reset all the cameras. I forgot about that because I did a full clean install. Ooh, also, fun announcement. So, not sure if you've all seen it, but the Felis 747-200 will be coming to the channel. We will be flying that. Thanks to Mr. XP Aviator. He's donating that. Well, it's technically a giveaway, but I'm going to say it's basically donating it to the channel. So, yeah, we're going to be flying around an old 747-200 that has nothing but old school stuff and a flight engineer spot right back there. It's going to be interesting.
Southwest 2060 to set and maintain, flight level 180.
You know these airport charts, the documents you're looking for from time to time. Has Microsoft gone around scanning all the actual documents, or do they have it reproduced? So this...
Southwest 2060, Boston Center.
Sorry about that. Over to Cleveland Center, Southwest 2060.
Nope, completely wrong. To set and maintain, flight level 180, please listen up.
Set and maintain flight level 180, Southwest 2060.
Sorry, American 1701, contact New York approach 120.8, have a good night. New York approach 120.8, good night, American 1701.
Most of the time going to an airport like this, usually you'd pretty much be at cruise altitude and they'd be like, hey, pilot's discretion. He's very busy though, because he's doing the job of probably... Boston Center probably has no less than like 10 center controllers, and he's controlling all their airspace on his own, so yeah. Anyway, 180 set. So those charts, this is a product called Navigraph that you can pay for. $10 a month, I think it is. Something like that. You can see down here, Navigraph charts are intended for flight sim only, not for navigational use. So it's not an official source that's FAA approved, but these are up-to-date charts, so I think they just get them from JEPs. They got permission from JEPs to be able to distribute them, so... I need to turn him up just a little bit again, just so I can make sure I hear him talk over me being silly.
For Mach 75.
Yes, please.
Yeah, Jeppesen charts. So they're not the FAA's normal charts, the NACO charts, they're Jeppesen charts. They're a company we pretty much exclusively use here in the States for our charts.
Southwest 2060.
Sorry about that, go ahead, Southwest 2060.
Please listen more carefully. Cleveland's closed. Unicom, goodbye.
Over to Unicom, see Southwest 2060.
Jesus. November 771, Bravo Charlie, to set and maintain, flight level 180.
180, 1 Bravo Charlie.
Speed is 161, climbing.
I do deserve a little lip for not hearing him on that, since I was in the middle of talking, but... Well, we don't get Cleveland Center, unfortunately. I mean, he was calling and I could hear it, and the second no one responded, I assumed it was for me, but normally what you would do in real life when that happens, right, you'd be, if you caught it that quick, you'd be like, hey, was that for Southwest 2060? His shift isn't over yet. He's working Boston Center. I mean, I understand why he's frustrated, but you'd hear that from real air traffic controllers if you were missing enough stuff, but then again, you wouldn't be talking the way I'm talking right now if you were flying in real life. So, it's all good. Was that shed? I don't know. Am I able to look it up? Sheed? It looks like it. I don't want to say his whole name. Because I'm assuming that's what it is. It looks like Sheed is short for the way his name shows up. He's been on for 10 hours. Yeah, so like I said, I'm not too worried about it. He's doing a lot of work today, and I was missing the call, so whatever. Not a big deal. His job's a lot harder than what I'm doing. Let's put it that way. Yeah, let's see, just for comparison's sake of what he's controlling. So this doesn't seem like it's showing a whole lot of other planes. There we go, network flights. Holy crap. Okay, yeah. You can see all these planes he's controlling right now. So what? It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can I get this out of here? Stop auto-centering, you silly thing. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Somewhere between 30 and 40 planes right now. So, it's all good. And keep in mind, a normal center controller, this entire area is Boston Center, right? This would be chopped up into different areas, both laterally and vertically. So he's doing the work of probably, 30 planes?
1,000 to go.
Probably 2 or 3 controllers. I'm guessing probably 2. I mean, the area that he's covering is a lot bigger than what 2 or 3 controllers would actually take care of. But as far as just losing my train of thought here. As far as the number of planes he's taking care of, I think center controllers can end up having that many people at once. I'm trying to see who this is. No, doesn't work that way? Alright. That might be myself, actually. Let's see if I can pull that up on Volanta. Maybe I'll be able to see who it was. Even though I should probably be paying attention to what the plane's doing. Yeah, if he's been on for 10 hours, that's impressive. And that's why I didn't give him any lip back. It's screwing up, so he was in the right. Well, I mean, a little bit of lip, but whatever. Yeah, there's no one following me. That was just myself. Okay. Alright. We're at 18. We don't have anyone to vector us in, so we're going to be doing this on our own, so we're going to have to start down here in a moment. Let's pull up our charts again. See what altitude I want to get down to. MSA is 3,500. It's probably not really going to do what I want it to. Oh, it's slowing down. And the altimeter setting was 3006. Yeah, I should probably put things in for the approach. We'll get to that in here in a moment. First, let's do this. Let's see, 30 miles to Rochester. We want to get down to, let's round it up 4,000, make the math easy. 17 down to 4, that's 9,000 feet, so we should be 21 miles away. Oh, we're doing fine. Doing really good, actually. Yeah, see, here comes the VNAV. We were still below our slope. Doing good. Ooh, we are coming in from the east, though, and you can see we actually enter down that way, so... Once we get a little closer, we'll put it down to 2,500. You can see another guy out there on off of Lake Ontario. Southwest 2938. Can you ring someone on the phone? Is it physically possible? Yes, at a low altitude, but it's illegal. You can only text. And they are never going to add the ability to call over Wi-Fi and allow you to call over Wi-Fi at the airlines, because imagine the fights that would cause on the plane if you have to sit there and listen to someone airing out their whole personal life. It's a 10-hour shift and he's been on for 4. I believe they can talk to their company on the radio. Gotcha. He might be... I know I've heard those systems before. I'm sure if there's other controllers on, he might be sitting there being like, this guy wasn't paying attention. It'd be funny. Looks like cleared for approach isn't on right now. If he was on, he'd probably be like, who was it? And he'd probably go, oh, it's this dude. And he'd be like, oh, I know that guy. I'll give him shit. And then cleared for approach would be like, why are you giving my controllers a hard time? And be like, because I'm distracted. I'm streaming, okay? I'll turn my volume back up next time. So I haven't flown the big plane actually with this yet. And, hold on, I was just scanning to see what's up. Haven't flown one of the bigger planes like this yet, an A320. I've only gotten time in CRJ so far because I've been waiting because of COVID for training. Which is why I'm streaming randomly on a weekend, even though I'm a somewhat junior pilot at my company who should be working on weekends. Can a pilot make a phone call? We're not supposed to. Is it physically possible when you're down low with a normal cell phone? Yes. And also some aircraft for longer haul flights have sat phones. So there's ways to make phone calls. But in general, a normal cell phone, when you go up above really a few thousand feet, you won't have signal. Because the signal's spread out from each of the cell towers, right? Across an area. And it's kind of like a dome. So once you get above that dome, you won't have cell signal. I wonder if it's going to slow down. Yep, there it goes. Okay. We need to hurry up this descent, though, because, yeah, that's right over there. Alright, so we need to go down to 2,500. And let's start vectoring ourselves here. We're going to turn directly north. And we're going to descend... Will you let me set the speed, please? That's because VNAV's going speed 250. MCC speed selected, heading selected. Well, that's not what I want. I want level change. A little bit of spoilers because I'm a little behind. I do have... Oh, have I had random...
Southwest 29, 38, 10-hour final, we'll let you to Rochester.
I have not had any random drug tests as of late. Hi, Auto Throttle. What you doing? I've not had any random drug tests since I went in for a little bit of training in June, but yes, we're randomly tested when we're actually flying the line. I don't think the company has a requirement from the Department of Transportation to test us when we're kind of sitting doing literally nothing. I'm not qualified to fly anything legally. I have to go to training for them first before I can do anything, so I believe that gives them some wiggle room. Rochester traffic southwest 2060 is about 20 to the northeast of the airfield. We'll be coming on the visual to runway 22. Rochester traffic.
Rochester traffic southwest 28, 5 miles on runway 22, Rochester.
Alright, coming through 10. Let's turn on our extra lights here. Logo, really don't need those. And we'll do landing lights. We'll do the runway turn-off lights as our clear to land. Or we'll do the taxi light as our clear to land. That's what we'll do. And we're coming on down. Let's get a descent checklist in here. We are a little bit behind the plane, but it's okay. Landing altitude, verify. Yep. System enunciator recall. We're good. Wait, that's not the recall button. I'm a ding dong. Yeah, we'll come back to it. Approach numbers. I'm trying to remember where you set these. Oh, my bad. I've had the anti-ice on for a while. You can tell I haven't flown the 737 in a while. Where is the VREF info? It's not in there. It doesn't automatically calculate it, does it? I actually have to use the landing performance. Yeah, that's right. Runway, shoot. 22. Temperature is 23. We'll say 25 because that'll give us some performance margin. Altimeter's 30.06. We're going to say no wind even though it is a headwind because that gives us more performance margin as well. We'll do a flaps 40 landing, sure. Good. Landing weight is gonna be
2,500.
Yeah, I know, we're over the lake, it's okay. About 134. 134,000. VREF add 5. Boom. There we go. And let's turn back in towards our fix on the approach. Let's actually program it in just to make life a little simpler here. Direct CAC, go back to LNAV. We'll maintain 250 knots for now. That's how you can tell I got a little bit behind the plane, how far away we are from it right now. So REF's going to be 141 knots. And we need to use at least auto brake 2, it looks like. We'll use 3. Just so we don't use up an unnecessary amount of runway. And ref 141, we need to set that. Ref is set. It's entered, set, radio, navigation radio is set, and actually we can switch that over to the active. I think it already did. No, it didn't. Why is there an error? 110.7? That's fun. Let's give ourselves some time to figure that out. Why won't you give me 110.7 as my active? Oh, that's why, because I'm a ding-dong. Things you forget when you don't fly plane in forever. There we go. Frequency set. Thank you for letting everyone know that, right, dog? That's all set. Okay, back to the checklist. Auto brake is as needed. Good to go. Approach. That's not needed, so we don't need to worry about that. Landing lights are on. Passenger signs are as needed. Altimeter's already done. RMP doesn't need to be updated. Good to go there. Alright, at glide slope live, it'll be geared down 3 green, flaps 15. Continuous ignition will go down, speed brakes will go to arm. Speaking of, those are still out. Speed brake arm will illuminate, and alright, we're pretty much set. Auto throttle issues, it's thinking that my throttles were split. Let's bring that back up. Rochester traffic, southwest 2060, about to turn to 10 mile final, runway 22, Rochester traffic. They have custom and purpose-built systems for the individual aircraft, built by the aircraft manufacturers and also a couple different vendors. You can theoretically log time in X-Plane. You cannot log time in Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 that I know of. Not for the airplanes, or not for airliners though, that I know of. You can use those tools for a certain amount of prop time though. Let's go flaps 5. 1, 2, and 5. That looks like that might be 10. Yeah, that's 10. There we go. Sorry, it's kind of hard to see from my side. Why does that keep desyncing? Hold on a second. Pretty day over the lake. Yeah, let's shift back over to our seat, please, and thank you. Alright, we're on the localizer and we're on the glide slope. Let's go ahead and switch it over to approach mode. Velox captured, altitude holds there, waiting for the glide slope to come in. And our mist is going to be 4,000 feet. That is set. We are doing a single channel landing for the autopilot, that way it doesn't try to auto land it. Yeah, so it can help you earn certain ratings. You can log a certain amount of time. It's not normal X-Plane though. Like my setup for X-Plane wouldn't count. There's pretty specific criteria for what you need to be able to log it. One thing you have to do is you have to buy this key, USB key that's plugged into the system that tracks the statistics the entire flight, because the FAA requires a certain frame rate throughout the whole flight, and if it goes below it even one tiny bit, then it just kicks you out and says, nope, can't log this flight. Glide slope's alive. You know what I should do? Sorry, immersion braking. I messed up earlier, so hold on. I had to reset all this stuff and I forgot about these two, so I'm just doing it now before I forget. There we go. Glide slope's alive. You're done. Glide slope's captured. Flaps to 15. I don't think that's going to be 15. Yeah, it's 25. Why does it keep disconnecting? Look at that split. It's, you can see there's no split there. At least nothing like that. Keeps freaking out. It's very annoying. Rochester traffic, Southwest 2060, 5-mile final. Landing runway 22, Rochester traffic. For some reason it keeps acting like my throttles are split really bad and it keeps kicking the auto throttle off. It's pretty annoying. Continuous for landing, and we've been cleared to land by the control tower that doesn't exist. Adjust myself in my seat a bit here.
1,000.
This looks weird. Alright, stable spoiler stoke. Firmest approach altitude set. It is set 4,000. Let's disconnect that autopilot. Thank you, Red Odd, for the clear to land. Ballsy going to this view right now. Yeah, we drifted off pretty good in that amount of time. That's okay, we can adjust.
Approaching minimums. 200 minimums.
Landing.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Oh boy, that's gonna be firm. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, that's pretty firm. 257 feet a minute? Ugh.
$80 knots.
Checks. Smoked it in! That feels significantly different than a BAE 146, let's put it that way. I'm gonna have to practice my landings in this thing. Rochester traffic, Southwest 2060 is clearing runway 22 at Alpha 2, taxiing back to the terminal via Alpha. Rochester traffic. And flaps up. You know, I think I forgot to arm the speed brakes. Yes, I am in the States, physically. This is true, Peter. That helps accelerate it to land. Alright, extra lights can be turned off. And start up the APU. Whoops, dang it. Probably about 1 minute before we could shut down one of the engines. Welcome to Rochester, New York. Yeah, I still need to fix the, well, that was the wrong button. That was the wrong lights to turn off. Anti-collision stays on, go back to position. There we go. I still need to fix the bots. For some reason, it just was not letting me log them in. And I was just like, screw it, fine, I don't need them. We'll just fly. It's harder than it looks to stay on the center line using your feet when you're in this view. Need a little more oomph to get up this hill. Thanks for coming in, Peter. Thank you for the follow. It was great having you guys in here, and I hope to see you in here for future flights as well. It's always more fun when there's people to talk to as we're flying along, even if it gets me yelled at by the air traffic controllers. So that's why we do this. That's why we stream it. We stream it to talk to people as we're doing it. It's kill number 2. Yeah, I probably should have put that to the APU power first. Clear left, clear right, Rochester traffic, southwest, 2060, crossing runway 10, Rochester traffic. Man, this camera feels like I'm just like a lot closer to the panel than it does in other planes. Like I feel like my vision should be back here. Alright, I said we're going to park at Alpha 8, which is on the inside. I'm not sure if that gate's going to be open or not. We shall see. Yeah, this is why you normally have 2 people do this. It'd be sweet if you could get 2 people sharing this flight deck and do all this stuff together. Alright, I believe that one's Alpha 8, so that's what we're shooting for over there. Is that the parking line? Okay, no. Well, there's multiple lines, but that's probably not the one I'm supposed to use for that spot. I assume I'd use this one over here. You know what they say about those who assume? You get screwed up when you ram into other planes. Turn off the taxi lights so we don't blind the guy parking us. Yeah, this looks like an appropriate 737 spot. Woo, baby. Easy. Ooh, this has auto gate too. Oh, just short. Just a little more. Just a little more. There it is. Alright. Let's set the brake. We can kill number 1. And turn off the fasten seatbelt sign. The anti-collision light can go off. That can go... Oh wait, that stays in steady. I'm a ding-dong. That can go to that. Switch the power on both sides of the jet. I should have done that first. That's my bad. That's probably part of the checklist, isn't it? How much you want to bet that's checklist in the proper order? Parking brake? Yep. Electrical power. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Step 2. Skipped right past it. Just shut down the engine, you know. Good times. Anywho, let's go through the rest of the flow. That's the only thing that would really be a big problem if you did it out of order. Naturally, I did it out of order, because, yeah. Fun times. Isolation valve open, so they're still getting airflow in the back. That stuff's part of the after landing checklist, but that's kind of hard to do when there's only one person up here. Hydraulic pumps can all be turned off. Let's do this logically. Flowing down this way, that's all good. Flowing, oh boy. That's all good, that's all good, that's all good. That's all good. And, aha. There we go. All set. Only thing that's left to do is open the door so people can get out. Which is in the ground services tab. Set the chocks. Oh, crap. It was open. And terminate flight leg. Which also means we can unlock the door. And there you go. Another successful flight. Creepy. Oh, that was way too fast. I was just trying to move slowly so you could see what the inside of the cabin looks like. It does not seem to have that in mind, though. Hold on. I think it's because it's on X camera. Hold on. If we disable X camera and I do it, it should be a lot slower. Nope, still fast. Interesting. Does it think I'm holding shift? That is really weird. I've never dealt with it doing that, so let's just... There you go. There's your view of the flight deck. Good lord. What up? Clip, I think it is? It's hard to see, because... Yeah, clip edits. How's it going? Took me a second to be able to see what the name was, because it was blending in with the background. So here we are in Rochester, New York. Nice, safe flight from Boston to Rochester. On our 737 Zibo. It was a good time. Let's look for someone to raid in the flying world, shall we? Preferably someone smaller. 757 Spy is online, but let's see if we can find another small streamer. I don't think he qualifies as small with 202 people watching. He's great, but let's try and get someone else some attention as well. Could raid Shed, the guy who yelled at me and was very upset. He didn't yell at me, he just said, Jesus. Let's find someone. Nordic Sim Pilot. He's flying at night, doing some Nordic flying. That sounds cool, so let's go raid him. So I'm going to set us up with a raid to Nordic. Anyone know how to turn on the weather radar on the Zibo? So to get the weather radar to turn on, hold on, let me turn X camera back on. All you got to do is press weather. And that should automatically turn it on. I don't think it's just all auto down here, right? Yeah, that's auto. Okay, yeah, that should be all you need to do to turn on the weather on your side. Now, you do have to get, I believe there's an add-on plugin you have to download for it to work. It was connected to their website, unless they've integrated it, which I don't believe they have. So, it should just be press that. Yes, it's a free plugin. If pressing weather doesn't bring it up, then yeah, you need the plugin, because, I mean, this is all auto down here. You can see auto. All does its own thing. So, yeah, no problem. So, we're gonna go raid, I already forgot his name. Where'd it go? Nordic Sim Pilot. So, please hang out for the raid if you can. It always helps out when we can raid other small streamers. Ooh, you know what I should do? I should go look at Mr. XP Aviators. No one else has said they're streaming, so yep. please stick around for the raid. Helps out all the small streamers. Mature audience is excellent. I'm not mature, so I guess I can't go watch. But anywho, thank you for coming by. Probably fly again tomorrow, I would assume. Probably another flight. Probably just do one. We shall see. But thank you all for stopping by. Thank you, Tomos World, for the raid earlier. You brought a lot of viewership to me today. I'm greatly thankful for that. King Rydog, thank you as always for tuning in. Clipedix, thanks for coming in at the end here. And let's go give Mr. Nordic Sim Pilot a raid and have a good old time. Please stick around. See you next time. This song bangs. I'll send it to you right on. See you guys.
Holy shit. Firestorm with a raid of 3 people. Thank you so much. What the hell? I'm so sorry that I'm sorry that my my notification didn't go off for some reason. I don't know why. Damn, man. Thank you so much. I hope you had a nice stream. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. I think it did. Yeah, I mean, I got a few follows in. I'm actually appreciating that a lot. Thank you so much. We were supposed to be on VATSIM today, but my VATSIM just didn't want to work. So, oh yeah, I gotta edit my title. Hold on. VATSIM just poofed on me, so it's a shame. I love using VATSIM, so it's a shame when it doesn't work. Hello, how you guys doing? Thank you for popping into my stream today. I really appreciate that. So yeah, today we're flying from Oslo to my home airport actually. So that's gonna be a sight to behold. In the trustworthy flight sim stuff playing nice, that never happens. That is very true. To everybody that flies with VATSIM and everything else and all the others. You know what? I'm not gonna have this on. And I'm gonna turn off my packs. Hold on. 4 seconds. I do not need to have messages playing inside my simulator. If it actually wants to toggle HUD. Gonna have a random button for that. Wonder if that works. Hold on. Oh, there you go. I don't need that. That's fine. Alright, so here we are. Doing good? Just got off work and chilling now? Hell yeah. For some reason it seems like I have a low resolution. I don't know. Maybe I'm being crazy. Yeah, no. I was supposed to be on...
Check.
I'm just gonna put him on auto respond. Because why not? Auto respond. There you go. I have the co-pilot today, actually. And the co-pilot is doing a fairly good job. So... I am trying for the first time a dual PC setup. I'm not sure if I'm doing it right. I might have to research that a little bit more, but yeah. Copilot, yeah, not a real one. It's a program. No worries there. It's just a program. He's if you guys see this right here, this program costs about 20 something euros, I think. And you have all the checklists, you have like all the sorts of different things you can do. It's really handy, and it works for fly-by-wire. Well, yes, I didn't know they even had an automated one. Oh, they do. As long as you push like buttons and stuff, like the Copilot is gonna react to it, which is a very good thing. So I'm loving the Copilot. The Copilot is such an amazing thing. So yeah. Today's looking great. Wow. I have like everything set to ultra on this game, even the shadows, everything. Like everything is in ultra, 4K. But you can only see 720 of them because, yeah, you know, I can't go that far up. But yeah, I think I need to buy a new screen on my streaming laptop as well. I mean, my streaming PC, so I can get like better refresh rates on it. So it doesn't screen tear that much, because this screen I'm using right now is just screen tearing all over the place. And it actually affects the simulator and my streaming OBS on the... So that's kind of boring, but well. That's the sim? No, I'm not having these problems on my main computer. I'm not having any tearing or anything like that on my main computer when I just kind of try to pan around like this and stuff. Like, I have zero problems.